Dire's ban.
Beastmaster.
Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds.
All right. Sorry, guys. Sorry that it took so long to get the stream on. Honestly, 2 reasons. I kind of forgot that I was casting. That's number 1. Because I was spending time with the missus. And number 2, I was watching K-pop Demon Hunters. Which turns out is really, really good. I quite liked it. I'm a sucker for feel-good movies. And that was really, really good. So,
Radiance ban.
bro, it's actually really good. Yeah, I quite liked it. Yeah, I thought the same, Falx. Also, I hope you're well, Falx. Hope everything's going well with you. Alright, let me turn down the music a little bit. It's a touch loud. There we go. Alright, so this ended up coming in for the draft. Won't have too much time to talk about every single little thing here, but most important little picks. First pick Dire, Radiance Blinkers. Second pick Radiant. Couple bands here: NP, SF, Shadow, Shaman, and Earthshaker. Pugna. I mean, these are all like pretty relevant bands. SF a little bit interesting, but that's fair. I mean, yeah, these are also pretty relevant bands: Pugna, Queen, and Silencer. But looks like they opted for the first pick, Dawn, which I respect. I think Dawn definitely in the top 10 of heroes that you can possibly pick. Kind of picked it straight away with the Nyx Assassin. I think Nyx stock's sort of rising a little bit, I would say. I think Nyx is not as bad as people think he is. Definitely not as strong as he used to be, but definitely very, very strong. Through the next ban phases, like Ursa, Lifestealer was banned, and Tusk for Radiance Blinkers, and they decided to opt for the Marcy. Marcy's super powerful pick, doesn't really give away what lane's going to. Will definitely be safe lane or off lane here for Radiance Blinkers. Then they opt for their next support and Void Spirit with Lich and Void Spirit, which was a response to Warlock Lion. Yeah, fair enough.
5
Okay.
seconds.
I don't really get the idea of Lichy. I guess it just sort of gives you team fight. It's like a good high skill floor hero, so I respect that. It's pretty good. Void Spirit, very powerful mid laner at the moment. I think basically any spirit in the mid lane is very powerful. Earth Spirit definitely the weaker of them, but I think still works. And Beastmaster is the pick here for Little Pigs. For the off lane, I think. Oh, probably mid lane. I'm not sure what they're doing with their Dawn. All will be revealed here. They're channeling Nigma Galaxy and picking up the Lone Druid on their 23. It's probably going to be Beast mid, Dawnbreaker in the off lane, and then Lone Druid Warlock in the safe lane. Lion playing 4. Lone Druid pretty strong laner, I would say. Not the worst. This is a hero I think out of every hero in Dota I don't really like understand. I understand the least, just because I don't really want to understand him because it's just like super on the side and everything. But you know, that's a failing on my part. Yeah, Nyx very good into Dawn because you can carapace the ulti. Of course, it's very, very powerful, but does mean you need to be with your team if you do that. J Maestro, let's go Little Pigs, respect. I'm surprised to not see BTM here on Little Pigs, because I know that they were a mainstay for Little Pigs. But looks like they decided to change up the team a little bit here. I'm trying to think who's BTM been replaced by. I think it's Moon 7 Silver. Anyway, last set of bands: Terrorblade Puck and Void Spirit. I mean, Faceless Void and Medusa. Medusa band's a little bit interesting. I guess it does give them the last possible pick, but Lone Druid's pretty good against Medusa. Same with Lion. They opt for the Visage. This looks like a extremely cringe team to verse if you're playing on Little Pigs. Visage is so powerful, especially with this death toll facet. If he gets first blood, it's just like your lane is just over. It's so tough. Really need to make sure that on Little Pigs they aren't giving away too many kills in the off lane, making sure they get the raindrops in that safe lane for both Lone Druid and Slander SP. Actually going Sepulchre instead. This is the facet where when you use your Q, changing back, but the Sepulchre one is one where when you use your slow Grave Chill, it's an AoE. It's actually quite powerful because it makes your little birds attack really fast. Safe lane Marcy. Yeah, I think Radiance Blinkers has more than enough to deal with Lone Druid. I think Marcy is extremely powerful, even if they're like even net worth with any carry. I think this hero probably puts out the most damage in the earliest amount of time. Not ultra late game, although it can compete ultra late game, but it's just the timing on this hero is so fast. Especially Visage looks really good. Take a look at the facets while we're here.
Better get ready.
See if there's anything interesting. I mean, Death Toll is very normal. Evil Eye, I actually kind of like the other one now on Lich. The one that like keeps extending as things die. I think it's really nice. Not for the ulti, but for this W spell. Because like when you clear your creep waves, when they're under the thing of this, it just lasts longer and longer. It's really nice. Especially against Beastmaster, right? Because when he presses it, if 30 Beastmaster balls or birds die, it will extend. Fleeting Fury, Call of the Void is very interesting. Normally see Sanctuary, but we'll see. Maybe Neku knows something I don't. Bear With Me is a classic, but I think I see the third facet mostly on Lone Druid when I see it. Not Bare Necessities, but the other one. Black Grimoire, Wild Hunt, Essence Eater, very normal stuff going on here. Oh, gold. Easy gold.
30 seconds
Or
to
Keklik.
showtime.
Let's go. I'm trying to figure out who's. I guess it would be Moon7 Silver who's filling in, because I think J-Bot usually plays pos 3.
And they're off.
Rune's just going either way. The fire burns in a little bit of a, just absolutely destroying this Spirit Bear. I don't think it's, maybe it's not worth it. Maybe it's worth it. 300 gold, yeah, it's probably worth it, right? And Lone Druid has 50 seconds to resummon. Definitely worth it. No BTM, bro. There's no BTM, Sean. Look at these visage pick is here, bro. Should be a pretty strong lane here, I think, for Radiant in the off lane. Instead of the music while it's happening. Yeah, Moon7 Silver just gonna get kicked out. One of the supports. Okay. Thank you, Kaito Cat, for the information. Appreciate that. Okay. Some absolute weirdos coming into the chat. I gotta respect the main division fanboys. And here's the resummon. Spirit Bear is back. Still 300 gold, plus 300 gold for Lich there. Worth about the same as First Blood. Let's get a whole bunch of items delivered here. Nothing too intense, but heading towards, I guess, the boots. Raisin, copying some right clicks. But not too much avail. Jonesy doing quite well here at 7-0. Missed only one last hit so far. Nicely done. Bushi Batista on the Radiance Blinkers. Oh, first hit root. Love to see it. The nuke there on Moon7 Silver. Needs to get the stick charge. Yeah, we'll have enough. Yeah, this is a scary part about versing Visage. This hero just outputs so much damage with the Soul Assumption spell. It's disgusting. And every single kill he gets, don't forget, he gets even more and more gold because he presses Has this death toll facets. It's really, really nice. I think Visage is going to be the player to watch here. Jonesy, got a bit of CS, but I think this lane should be okay here for Dire. Keklik is possible to be a target for them. But also, if they overcommit here on Raisin, especially if they jump at the wrong time, such as when stun is in the air, any forced movement, by the way, cancels rebound. So, Impale. If you Impale while it's in the air, because it's technically forced movement upwards, it will cancel. But on the other side as well, that Dawnbreaker's Starbreaker is interrupted immediately. Some more damage comes through. That was the nice little Evil Eye suckage from the Sinister Gauge from Keklik. Nicely done. Here's the Lotus. And a whole bunch of damage done here. Double Frost Blast. Tough to find into that. So far, all the lanes going quite well here for Radiance Blinkers. Neku making it happen in mid lane. It's a little bit behind J-Bud, but still fairly even. And bottom lane, Jonesy's made their way back. I think this lane is only going to be playable once these infused raindrops are available for the Dire team. It's so important against Visage. Just because this spell just does so much damage, it's crazy. 4-minute rune for mid. Bottle already finished up on Void Spirit here. Beastmaster going straight for the Helm Dom. Respect. Probably does still want to secure one of the runes, so Neku doesn't get a double increase. Tranquil Boots. Nice stack. And try and pull. I think Slanderous could interrupt this and does. Nicely done. Just a little auto attack. Really important to make these kinds of moves when you're playing as a 5 to stop the thing. But I think Slanderous might be dead on my screen. Yeah, that's a big nuke. One needs a little bit more mana. Does, but Slanderous will be okay here. Even with the huge soul assumption. I think they kind of stacked the damage a little bit incorrectly. Prosto Leg could have used one soul assumption, then Hoshi Batista could have used the Mind Flare. Get some more damage on the soul assumption then, but no big deal. Still, it's really tough to fight into this, right? You just like, it's so tough to play into this. Stun from Hoshi Batista does miss. And Neku getting a little copy bit of damage here. Gonna be tough for him in this lane as J-Bud gets more and more levels in that Call of the Wild. There should be an opportunity for him to kill later on when he does get Roar, and the Hawk root should be enough to secure. Nice little half pull here from Slanderous P. Doesn't need to put a heal on Moon 7 Silver ASAP. Does Moon 7 Silver probably needs to get a range drop as soon as possible. Hoshi Batista, nicely done. Does cop that damage, but does Lotus. Slanderous still living. Doesn't get the root though. Prosto doesn't have a way to get any more mana. We'll need about 6 more seconds. Opts to use Grave Chill instead. I respect that. Nicely done there from Slanderous P. Keeps himself alive. Gotta make sure you get those raindrops in this lane, guys, if you're versing this Visage. 6-minute rune. Did go towards J-Bud, but there's a jump on the bottom lane here. Jonesy. Nicely done. The Evil Eye suck was a little bit off, but the nuke... Oh, nighttime makes it so he can't cast it, so... He tried to get him in the suck while he was heading back towards his Celestial Hammer. That would have worked. But, alas. Still, Keklik trying to make moves here. There is a ward here already ready to look for it. Nicely placed by Fire Bones. But the TP does come out. Prosto Leg does come through. It does kill Moon 7 Silver, but as expected, this mid lane, Primal Roar, plus that root from Call of the Wild Hawk, is going to secure the thing. He's going to secure it. Keklik does get the D ward. This might be the end of him here. I don't think he's as safe as he needs to be. Does hit the stun onto Fire Burns. Jonesy, I think you could have come over for this free kill and then got the XP if you really needed it. But look, it's secured no matter what. And J-Bod already putting in so much pressure on that mid lane. If I'm not mistaken, this is his Helm Dom recipe coming through. Nicely done. We're going to head back, get a creep, and put some more pressure in. And especially if that creep has some sort of CC as well, it's going to be really nice for him. It is probably going to be this Warpine Radar, which is still really, really nice. Obviously, still pushes out the lane. It's really, really good. A little bit of stun and suck. It's level 3 mana drain. I think this skill build is a little bit illegal from the fire burns. Probably definitely want 2 in Earth Spike and 2 in mana drain. This is where you want to go. Just limits your offensive capability. All this is doing is sucking for the lane, and later on in the you're neutering your level 6 kill potential by doing the skill build. IMO. Obviously you still get some damage with this this Essence Eater. Does a little bit of damage, but it's nowhere near enough. Now J-Bot is pings. Hoshi Batista does try to make something happen here, but Neku pops the Invis Rune. We'll try and do something, but meanwhile top lane, Keklik, bottom lane, they do kill Jonesy and Prosto Leg. Yeah, the Visage power is here, heading towards that Orchid Malevolence. But yeah, this Visage is so powerful when he does get those birds and he is able to go through with those soul assumptions. I think one thing a lot of people don't realize as well, I'll hold that thought while there is a little bit of fighting going on, there is a Raw available. I believe J-Bot is going to die, does Raw, tries to get away, but the Raw is onto the target that does have the ice armor. That's what I was talking about. Look at these mobs, they're just dying under the effect of this Frost Shield. Could be extended, but no big deal. Yeah, one thing a lot of people don't realize about Visage is just how the soul assumption works. Your first few spells or attacks on him do much less damage. You want to hit him a few times, 4 times, to get rid of those layers. That's why he's so tanky when you first go on him. Once you start doing some more damage on him, that's where he becomes so powerful. Here comes the first little movement though. The stun onto Prosto Leg is stunned in time, so Moon 7 Silver doesn't die. Nice moves done here from Slenderous P and Jonesy, using that nice Solar Guardian and dropping the rock, the Chaotic Offering. Being able to hit level 6 before 10 minutes, even without using the Black Grimoire, is really nice. Hoshi Batista looking for something. Can definitely kill, but is spotted by this sentry.
Radiance top towers taking hits.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, Jonesy went through the gate, making his way. Raisin does have that Helm Dom, and is using these rally creeps to push. Yeah, by the way, guys, these little skellies, they do more damage the more of them you have. You can see they have basically doubling their damage just because they have a whole bunch of skellies around them, and just like that, the tower is deleted. Super powerful creep to push. Jonesy rushing straight for the Aghanim Scepter. Respect. Nyx heading towards that Arcane Boots is done. Let's have the Scuttle Facet. Is looking for J-Bud. Now I'm going to try something. They choose not to. Take a quick look at the net worth here, guys. Yeah, look at this Raisin. Raisin D's is looking extremely powerful right now with those phase boots, with those Helm of the Dominator creep. At 10 minutes, there's already 5.2k net worth, and Prosto, like, even though he's died a whole bunch, is 4.7k net worth, but they do hit the stun on Hoshi Batista. A whole bunch of spells are sent back to him on as effect of that Spike Carapace, but will go ahead and die. It's just kind of a little dangerous position here for the Dire if they don't make moves work, because they have Neku farming the mid lane, they have Raisin here farming as well, while they are grouped as 5 at the top lane. If they don't make this worthwhile, the net worth lead for Radiant will grow and grow. It's quite scary.
Radiant's top tower's in bad shape.
Looks like Radiant's blinkers though. They do want to make something happen here. The fire burns. They does hit the Hex. TP is immediately coming in from Nyx. The Roar. This is going to be plenty of damage here. It's going to be Prosto Leg dead. Has hit the stun. Absolutely deleted. Nyx not in time to stop that. The fire burns on the side does die to Keklik as well as the birds. Raisin in the meantime does get a nice little jump here. J-Blood is absolutely getting destroyed and pummeled by this Marcy. On the meantime, they do have Moon 7 Silver trying to run away. Jonesy almost certainly will get away here. Hoshi Batista does come through. Oh, I tell a lie, guys. Hoshi Batista. The name, I just have to say the whole name. I can't not say the whole name. Hoshi Batista does come through, hits the stuns, hits the impale. They do go under the tower, and that's tough. That's a tough one. They do get the first initial kill there on the Visage, but they can't really burst through the amount of damage that's coming through otherwise, because like Lone Druid, right, doesn't have any items. Warlock didn't get a huge bonds. I don't think they had the chaotic offering ready at that time. J-Bud used his raw, and once he's out of damage in that raw, he doesn't have his ags yet. If that's the build he's going for, looks like he's going for blink instead. They don't have any like other damage that's coming through, so I don't think Lion was level 6 at that point either. Didn't get a chance to use his ulti, so it's looking tough here so far. I mean, it's only a 3k lead for Radiant, but this is just the power of like this Raisin, right? He's got the wild ones. This one, Wild Hunt.
Pretty sight right now.
Hack speed bonus per unit. It's Marcy just doing Marcy things because he doesn't have a Helm Dom. Jumps in, forces the TPs. Jonesy on half health, and now this Marcy here is not okay, guys. It's very low committal to do these kinds of moves. You do so much damage. Oh, they go through. J-Bud does cop the nuke. Jekyll needs to be a little bit careful. They are just going to kill this Wild Wing Ripper. The stun does hit on the side. Prostoleg does have a massive nuke. Slenderous P might be able to get a huge link here if they do choose to get it. There's a Hypnotize. There's the link. They are going to drop the rock. The huge rock is there. Here comes the Dawn as well. Next Carapace does not have a chance to come through because you did use it before. The roar happens through. Marcy is roared on the back line. Don't forget the link is still happening, but Marcy is able to run away. They're kind of running a bit out of damage here. Neku makes his way through. Does jump a bit forward, and even though it looked so good, it ends so poorly just because of a numbers advantage. Honestly, like it's 5v4 in that fight, and there's just not enough damage. It's just kind of the problem when it comes to playing these like 4 protect 1 strategies against Marcy. Marcy is just so fast to come online, can just join to fights like this, especially if you give it to her, right? Like if you want to take these fights against against this kind of lineup like Visage, Nyx, like I mean, look at their whole team, right? If you want to give them a fight, they will take it every single time gladly because they're more than happy to fight in their almost strongest point in the game. Even though the items are very similar between Marcy and Beastmaster, right? Blink and Helm Dom. Marcy has Mithril Hammer and Helm Dom. The amount of damage that Marcy puts out is just way more compared to the amount of damage that the Dire team can put out. And excluding Marcy, right? The other part of it is, don't forget there's constantly soul assumptions that are flying out. And at level 15, this will be hitting 3 targets at once, so... What's good to deal with Marcy at the moment? I think the hero is just like super powerful. It gives you a lot of... You can play on a whole bunch of flex. Helm Dome is really good for it. His bodyguard spell is surprisingly extremely good, by the way. I think banning phase is very good if you don't really understand what to do against it. I think you should just ban it or pick it for yourself. Even if you play it on pos 5 or 4, it can still be pretty useful. Otherwise, you can try and get heroes that don't care about her power spike, like heroes like Necro, heroes like Pugna that give Ethereal. I think that's can be one way to deal with it. I think Bane is okay against it, but that means you do need to get your Q spell early. But this is in a vacuum, right? Like I'm saying these like ethereal things are good against it, but you know, if they have a Lion on their team or if they have a Leshrac and you pick those heroes, it can be extremely difficult. So the hero is just very good. All right. I'm kind of see the value of those 2 heroes, by the way. Like this is kind of like the fact that Visage does just get so much gold early on from this facet. It just makes his power spike early on in the game. Okay, how can I explain this? The relative amount of gold he gets is a higher percentage at this point in the game than in other points of the game. So if he has like 6k at this point, right? The opposite offlaner has 4.8. The amount of increase is like 15%. But if he has 20k and the opponent has 18.5k, the amount of increase is like, you know, in the single digits of percentage points. So that's why this facet is really, really powerful, especially if you give Visage the kills with Soul Assumption. It makes it really, really good. That's one part of it. Void Spirit also another, probably him and Ember Spirit, one of the other heroes that come online the earliest between all the spirits. Probably Earth Spirit is the earliest, but then Void and then Ember and then Storm. Void Spirit is really good in these early fights as well, because obviously that Resonance Pulse still gives you some barrier, right? It's not that it's Sanctuary, it's not, but it still gives you some barrier. And again, as a percentage of the amount of damage that's going out, it's a higher percent that is going to be absorbing of the total amount that's coming out of the fight, so it's really powerful. Also, like, this Astral Step spell is crazy early on. We have a little bit of a pause here, guys. I apologize. Well, I don't apologize, actually, because it's not my fault. Apparently, this guy's lagging. The orange player. These guys are Southeast Asian, right? Radiance blinkers. I think that Dire just need to chill out. Don't give like the fights that Radiant want to give them. Just farm up a little bit, get their items timings. Like at the moment, Spirit the Bear has absolutely nothing. Yeah, I also agree with that, Sean. Give me it. Give me it. My cat is meowing at me. Yeah, I think what I'm most worried about in this game is Radiant is just going to, like, they've already got a lead. They're just going to snowball that into something that's just, like, going to be unstoppable. If that does happen, I'm expecting the game probably ends at, like, 25, 30 minutes, something around that. Because they'll just, like, get to this point where they can just group up as 5 and knock at your front door on the tier 3 tower. And you're forced to respond because tower's not going to do enough to stop you. I will say the push on Radiant isn't insane. It's not like the best push I've ever seen, but you know, they still have very powerful heroes in Visage. They have the birds, they're gonna have this Helm Dom creep. Marcy can always just punch a whole bunch as well. You know, punch the... If you guys ever played Resident Evil 5, it's like Leon punching the brick, you know, punching the stone towards the end when you're fighting Wesker in the volcano. I'll bring it up now, guys. We got some time to kill. I'll bring it up now. Leon punching boulder. Here, guys. Yeah.
We have to punch the boulder. Are we actually gonna?
Oh, what the fuck? Hang on. Why is it going that one? My display capture is different. Oh, because I changed my things. Yeah. Yeah, this is at the end of Resident Evil 5 when you're fighting like the last boss. Holy giga chat, literal Marcy. So yeah, that's what Marcy's gonna do to the buildings, the T3 tower. What the fuck? What's going on? Hang on, sorry guys. The last boss? No. You're fighting in a volcano and there's a boulder in it. The last boss is a guy named Wesker. Bro, this pause is taking ages, man. Alright guys, more importantly, let's take a quick look. Who have you guys got on your fantasy? You have Arme, NTS, and 9 class. I'm pretty happy with most of it. I think there's some improvements, obviously. Yeah, bro, 9 class is gonna go crazy. No, bro, 9 class is going crazy. I mean, I can still change it. I got one day. Alright, if not 9 class, who, bro? I wanted to spread the thing, you know? Diversify my portfolio. Jinkyu? Could be Jinkyu. X-Nova. Why are these in 2 different spots? Like, all the team is together? Every team is together except XG. They're separate. What's on my banner? I got watches taken, stuns, lotuses gained, courier kills, obs wards planted. And they're juicy, bro. They are juicy ones. So it's very important that this one is good. It could be Jinkyu, but I did want to diversify my portfolio, guys. That's the main thing. Because the thing is, right, let's say in some world, XG, they go lose, and then they go lose. Some world, okay? In some world. That way I only have 2 chances to get points from him. Whereas I think P-Vision is going to do quite well. I think XG is going to do well. I think Team Tidebound is going to do well. So it gives me lots of ways to get points, you know? That's my logic. Quick check on the game. Nope, still hasn't started, guys. All good. Okay, let's say I change this to Jinkyu, okay? We'll go Jinkyu. Then I think I need to change Arme, right? But you can't change Arme. Arme is too powerful. Falcons. Crit it up. Oh. I'm gonna stick to 9 class. I trust myself. I'm trusting myself on this one. I did pretty well in this one. Not the best, but pretty well. 10-3-20. Puts me what? It says 98th percentile here, but 95th here. I don't know. Bro, what is going on? Oh, can we play? Is it playing? What the hell? It says it's back. Oh, okay, we're going. Yeah, I thought the same. I thought it was going to be a pos 4 guy. Anyway, guys, we'll have a look at that between the games. But right now, we made it back into the game. 14-minute rune is about to... Not rune, XP rune. XP is about to spawn. In case you guys kind of forgot what happened, there was a bit of a team fight at the top here. It looked sort of good for Dire, but then went poorly. But Moon 7 Silver on his lone druid did manage to take the tower at bottom as a result of this. It's going to be answered in kind from Radiant here. They probably want to be focusing on splitting the map a little bit here on Dire without giving away kills. I think getting that Aghanim Scepter on Moon 7 Silver is going to be really important. But I am going to be very worried. I think the bear can be 100 to 0'd by Marcy every single time. So we'll see where it goes. Prosto has had an excellent game so far. I went straight for the Orc and Malevolence. Is going for the drums now. I normally see drums first when I see Visage, but I guess he felt like he was having a good enough game where he can go Orchid first. Then going to be going for Pipe and then probably into... what's this? Plate Mail? What's he getting with that Plate Mail, guys? Why can't I find Plate Mail in the store here? Fine. He's probably going to get... oh, AC, of course. Has to be AC. I think we really need to see J-Bud start to push out the lanes a little bit with his Zoo army, which I know he's doing now, which is really nice for him to see. I think as well, the other thing we'd have is Jonesy playing the other side of the map as well. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I can't even mute. Oh, no. I hate this voice line. I don't hate it. It's just annoying. I hate all voice lines. Not hate. They all irk me. But you'll probably need to see Jonesy as well, pushing out lanes as well with his basically free pushing with Celestial Hammer. Does need to be a little bit careful because Nyx can, of course, get a stun with Spike Carapace. The Fire Burns is jumped on here, but here comes the Blink Roar from J-Bud. Does need to have the Hex. The Hex is followed up as well. Neku comes through. Huge stun on the back side there. The Fire Burns is going to make it bounce to the creeps. Needs to get very lucky to dodge. Does. J-Bud on the back line. Does come in with a bit of the ulti from Jonesy. Somehow Hoshi Batista is still alive. The Fire Burns does delete the enemy on the other side of the map, but here comes Raisin. Raisin is rooted under the tier 1 tower. Slanderous P copying a little bit of nukes. Prosto like just trying to get another fight here, and suddenly this fight looks extremely good for the Dire team here on Little Piggies. Nice little stun there from Prosto Leg. They are going to have to chase it up a little bit. Needs to let Moon 7 Silver come forward. The Fire Burns comes through with the Hex. Are you sure you want to do this? Neku, yeah, he did not respect the Hex, but Prosto Leg does take advantage of that and gets a nice little kill there. Another Soul Assumption kill to go into his repertoire, and suddenly does basically have his entire drums finished, and the Boots of Bearing is already nearly done just because of a few of those fights there. And here comes Moon 7 Silver on his lone druid, or the Spirit Bear, has that insanely powerful passive Demolish, does extra bonus damage to buildings. That's why it does solve all your pushing problems when you are playing with a lone druid. Nyx here, haven't really felt the impact from Nyx, I'll say that much. Obviously, I understand the reason they picked it. We haven't seen the Dawn ulti interrupted once. Probably does need to hold his Spike Carapace to interrupt that. Nyx obviously needs to... Nyx obviously does need to interrupt that to get some value or find kills on the map they wouldn't be able to find otherwise. Raisin is here, does have the creep, but J-Bot on the other side does kill Neku. Where does that happen? I did kill him right here. I didn't even see that, guys. What the hell? Raisin kind of just standing here menacingly, and the push is happening here. Moon 7 Silver with his bear and J-Bud with the Hellbear Smasher. Moon 7 Silver saying, hey buddy, I want your creep to die. I don't want to have my AoE heal. In case you guys didn't know, guys, this heal heals everything around the target that's also being healed, and damages everything around the target that's been targeted. As you can see, this creep is being healed up a little bit. Jonesy, Ags is finished. It's going to be even more difficult now for Nyx to interrupt the ulti. Marcy does come in, does have BKB here. Might be a decent fight. Hoshi Batista's Scuttle did just run out. Is it free plus 100 gold though on that creep? And Raisin does have that BKB finish, going towards the Daedalus, straight Daedalus. Okay, I can sort of see it. I think it's going to be a little bit difficult though, because of course this Ags, right? This Aghanim Scepter does do Giga Healing. I keep thinking this is the one that gives with Ags you get the what's it called? The mischance, but that's the old one. A bit of a smoke grenade here from Careclick. Looks like they're going to find something. Probably going to run to J-Bud. Oh, they bypassed him. Prosto Legs creeps are looking for something. Might run into just a lowly lion here. Not too bad if you just give up the lion kill. But they are behind the tier 1 tower here. One of the most important kills they can find here is actually Slanderous P. But they are just going to find the Fire Burns. Probably just want to let him die without trying to do too much more. Not the worst here. Don't forget this whole time, Lone Druid farming, Dawnbreaker farming.
Tower could use a little help.
And they are getting ready. Dota Desire 26.
That mid tower.
Brother, you're my Dota Desire 27 after that follow. I appreciate you. Are getting ready for the Tormentor here. J-Bud going to show on the lane a little bit. Does get pinged out immediately. Nyx making their way here. Will should have seen him on the board here. Not pinged out at all. J-Bud, he's going to be the target here, but are you stuck here with me? Or am I stuck here with you? Because it looks like you're stuck here with me. Here comes the roar. Gets absolutely deleted off the face of the planet. Prostole says, nah, I'm out, brother. And that is going to be the end of that fight. Tormentor, the next objective. Good Ags targets here. I mean, the Shard targets is obviously going to be Warlock or Lion. This one goes to Warlock. Actually, I think I would have liked the Lion one a little bit more here. This mana break, this magic immune thing is really annoying for a lot of people, especially Nyx. Nyx is going to be looking for a freebie like that. It also kind of protects you from the random Visage Soul Assumptions that are going to be coming out at level 15. But, of course, the Warlock one, it is very, very nice once you do start to max that upheaval. This one, of course, makes your little imps stronger, which is really powerful because that's basically all of your spells are stronger now. And while you're channeling upheaval, you do get to make some little, your little imps that are summoned as well. Which lets you push out waves for free without showing on the lane, because they do just run down the lane, guys. If you do just put it down there, it's really nice. So Marcy, last time we checked on her, did have the BKB and Dom. Now has that first item of that data list, that Chrysalis, is online. This is a big boost to her damage. I'm just thinking, should it be the Daedalus or should it be a different item? I think if I'm in her shoes, I'm going...
Void infusion.
I'm probably going Daedalus as well, to be honest. You can just blow up the bear 100 to 0. It's a little bit risky, but I respect it. The burst is gonna be so much that Dawnbreaker can't heal through it as well. When should Warlock Book be used? I think you can kind of use it just to hit any kind of timing that you, or any level threshold that you feel is good. When I'm playing Warlock, I normally use it to hit level 6 because I think his ulti is really, really powerful. But if you have a good game, you can save it for later. You can try and hit your 18 earlier, or even your level 12, or hit talent usage here, like such as this one on upheaval attack speed and allies. Smoke on smoke action here. I will jump back to that. Looks like they run to Moon 7 Silver. They do jump onto him straight away. They do randomly nuke the bear, but not going to matter too much here. They do have the smokes. They are looking for something on J-Bud, but I don't think it's going to work out too much here. They might see Raisin if they are in position. Might work out well, and if they should know, I think that Roche is going on. They do. They don't have vision here. They need to make sure that they're getting some way to get in there. Here comes the boars. The boars are in there. They do get the vision. The fire burns need to be very, very careful here. Neku does come through, hits the hypnotize. Batista hits the stun. Into the orchid. Prosto leg, you need to kill this. Be careful of this creep. Raisin is still around here. We'll have to see how this goes here. They do need someone in to make sure the Dawn does come through. Slanderous P has disconnected from the game. The pause must happen at this exactly crucial point, because they will need that Warlock to contribute to the fight. Extremely unfortunate timing here. Probably not going to have the time to actually get into this fight. It's still probably a good fight, because of course Marcy does not have Unleash. Will only have that initial Fleeting Fury flurry. Still has BKB, but that's not the worst. Is only going to be able to fight with just auto attacks. That might be enough, actually. We'll see if Prosto has enough to carry the fight. Nice little Boots of Bearing, of course. That is very nice against this upheaval. But we'll see where they go from here. Dawnbreaker does go for the Vlads. I think I would like them to go for a bit more damage, to be honest. Maybe go for that Harpoon or BKB of their own.
All right, carry on.
And Prosto Leg. A couple of nukes. Looks like they're opting to not contest. Or are they? No, they are opting to not contest. Prosto Leg is here with his creeps. And they are going to get that for free. So nicely done from Radiance Blinkers.
Radiance mid tower's getting banged up. The Dire might want to.
So back to the logic on the book. Every single charge gives you 200 experience. And you check how much XP you need for your next level here. So you can kind of get an estimation of how much XP you need for your next level. I believe the next level is 1400. I might be wrong on that. So this is worth currently 2600 XP, right? Yeah, so it's about 2 levels worth of experience here if you were to use it.
Dire's mid tower.
It will get him to level 14. Hoshi Batista does see Slender SP here, but he's going to survive. Probably doesn't have a way to, probably can't die at all. So, for example, if Warlock wanted to get to level 15 talent, he could use it when he gets to level 13 and basically be level 15. And that would be a decent usage of it. Raisin does have the Demon Edge in the backpack. I'm sure I agree with that one, but probably doesn't realize he has it in there. Daedalus only 200 gold away. It's going to be extremely dangerous when he does get the Daedalus. Will almost certainly be able to 100-0 anything, including Warlock Golems and the Bear. If he goes for a Basher after that and then maybe like a Refresher, I can see him being completely unstoppable.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
Okay, Bud is making their way up here. Let's see if they want to do something. Plus 100 gold for Jonesy off that creep. Okay, Bud sends in this Croaker. By the way, guys, fighting in the river with this aura is insane. It's such a small, like, you don't even think about it, but this aura is crazily good, by the way. So if you have Helm Dom and you're going to take Roche, just take this thing and set it in the river out here in a safe spot. The aura range is fucking massive, by the way. 1200. 1200 is Blink Dagger range. That's the aura range, by the way, of this aura. And just chill there, and you just let it give you your movement speed and outgoing damage. This is all outgoing damage, by the way. It's absolutely bonkers. Now, let's take a look at Lone Druid. We haven't really checked on the... Actually, we haven't really checked on the items too much, but we can start with Lone Druid, taking a look at the items. Moon 7 Silver does have the... Lone Druid does have... Nothing too much on himself, but on the Bear does, of course, have that Mjolnir. I'll take a quick check, double check on that as the Fire Burns is here. Well, he's going to run to Hoshi Batista. I should be able to just Hex, but chooses not to. Scuttle is a bit of a counter to the Hex, of course. You will be max movement speed no matter what. You'll be hasted. Even if you Hex, you'll be max movement speed.
Dire's top tower's getting beat
You can leave it in the Roche pit, but it's probably just going to die to random spells. And it's any water. It will count. Oh, TP here from Raisin. Moon 7 Silver is going to try and get the thing. Going to get the tier 1. Some damage comes through. They're trying to save the Bear, but I don't think this is a good fight as you might think it might be. Of course, there is going to be the Aegis is here. Jonesy comes with a massive nuke here. Jonesy on the backside gets deleted 1v1 by this Lich. That shows you how powerful Lich is in the draft screen, my friends. Moon 7 Silver is getting absolutely right-click punched like a boulder. Getting deleted. Raisin here says, all right, buddy, you use your spells, but now it's my turn. He's trying to look for something nice. Hypnotize attempt here. They are going to chase the Fire Burns. Nice little Hex, but on the meantime, on the backside here, Slender SP tries to get out, but is going to meet his demise. All things considered, probably not the worst for Little Piggies. Not the best fight, especially with 1.5 minutes left on that Aegis. Raisin does bring over his Ogre Axe on the way towards the Ags. This Ags is very obnoxious because whenever it does a nuke, or whenever you do any spell or finish a volley of attacks, you silence units for 1 second. It's really frustrating.
Dire's mid tower's nothing now.
Okay, so the Fire Burns, we definitely need to get him towards that, maybe that Blink Dagger or Ghost Scepter, Ether Lens, something like that. I don't think you really need Blink Dagger. The enemy's always going to be jumping on you. Plus your Beastmaster does have Blink as well. Another Hyperstone comes out here for Moon 7 Silver. And they do want to take a fight immediately. They might run into Prosto Lake here. Does have the pipe finished. Slanderous P probably just want to drop the ult. Oh, it doesn't find it. Hits the Orchid. Straight finds their way out. But this is the Bongo Boots is here as well. The nuke. Don't forget that Nyx can see into invis around him. The heal comes through, but Prosto Leg gets absolutely deleted on the backline. Gets the raw, and there comes the Fire Burn. Says, you kill my friend, I'm going to kill yours. But meanwhile, J-Bud's here being a little bit of suck off. Raisin pops the BKB. Is going to try and fight on Moon 7 Silver. Yeah, it doesn't care about your Crimson Guard, my friend, because he's critting for 700. And they go look for another fight here. It doesn't go quite as well as they think it was going to go. The Warlock Golem wasn't available at all. And another nice fight here. Prosto Leg managing to survive even being roared. This Lich is just value is just through the roof right now. Really nice. Lich is just one of those heroes which, like, I don't know, man. This hero is just good. People forget about him, but this hero is just super nice. This spell, this Frost Shield spell, is so fucking broken. And this ulti, it's like you fire and forget and you just own. Lich is really strong.
The Dire might want to mine the top tower. Dire structures looking fortified.
Shiva's Guard coming out here for the Dawnbreaker. We were checking on items. Let's take another quick look. Visage, of course, and it's that pipe that we just saw heading towards their own AC, if I am not mistaken. Yep. Is there. Lich does have that Solar Crest Glimmer Cape, a little classic. Probably gonna go for the Ags next, or Blink Dagger Ags, even better. 2 Blink Daggers even. Nyx Assassin does have that Dagon. I'm kind of off the Dagon on Nyx, guys. I don't think Nyx is the Dagon buyer anymore. I think you just buy Aether Lens Aghanims and then you just be a menace like that. That's my take. The Dagon still does work, of course, but you do need to be. It's a win more build, IMO. But then otherwise we do have that Daedalus and BKB, and the Fire Burns is spotted out here by Hoshi Batista. J-Bud also spotted out. They do see him. No vision here, obviously. Hoshi needs to be careful. His scuttle has just ended. Still in Viz. The Blink Dagger does come through. They do see J-Bud over here. Hoshi Batista gets it started. But definitely not going to be enough damage. Blink Hex. Into the stun. Here's Marcy looking for something. Or not. By the way, this Marcy has a DD bottled. Crazy. Insane amount of damage. Dawnbreaker making their way back as well.
Dire's bottom tower's getting the business.
Some Psychic Headbands coming out. I don't think this is going to be that useful. Because when the Marcy jumps on you, you're just going to... It's going to be BKB'd and you're going to be deleted. I normally, whenever I'm versing Marcy, I just keep the level 1 item. But the siege does happen. Prosto Leg, yeah, the creeps are very, very slow here. They do try and get the hypnotize, but they don't quite hit. Hoshi Batista trying to do something on the middle of the thing here, but to no avail. Upheaval is happening. Does finally catch Slender SP after 1 full rotation with that shard. Of course, that shard does make it go all the way around. Hoshi Batista doing what an absolute menace would do. And going through this little gate here. There's no true sight here. You can get behind the tower with Scuttle. Because you do get unobstructed movement. Absolute menace behavior. Orchid is used somewhere. I just saw that. I'm not sure where that went. Not sure what was orchided. But Jonesy defense is still here. And look at this from Moon 7 Silver. Just cutting the wave a bit here. Nicely done.
Radiance top tower's hurting.
Oh, Neku. There was an opportunity there to maybe find the free pick on Neku, but they don't know what's behind it, of course. Alright, so taking a quick look at the graphs here. Obviously, the game was a little bit out of control, but then Little Piggies did bring it back with that nice fight in the mid lane. Now, the game's getting a little bit more out of control, but heading back towards the Little Piggies, even after these disastrous fights that have happened and that Aegis. Aegis is going to be the next objective for sure. Raisin putting his creep in here. Keep it there. He's Moon 7 Silver. Starts the TP away, but it will be interrupted. And yeah, this is that bear just getting absolutely mauled. Yeah, you're just going to get absolutely deleted. Nice try from Moon 7 Silver. Keep a bear alive, but yeah, if you have a Marcy punching your bear, it's not going to work out well for you. Okay, bud does finish up that Aghanim Scepter. I'm just a little bit worried. It's a little bit too little too late. They will need a nullifier eventually. All of their damage is physical. Other than Lion, basically. Reason why I'm saying they need to nullify is for this spell, the Frost Shield. Roche is the next objective. It's the second Roche. This one's dropping the Roshan's banner. And it's going to be another free Roche for the Radiant team. So we're going back onto Raisin and the banner.
And the Radiant done the deed.
Going towards one of the supports. Is that level 15 talent that I was talking about, the Soul Assumption hitting 3 targets. Super powerful. Damn, this is a good facet. This is a good innate. Ability cooldown durations are accelerated as long as he's not taking damage. That's so strong. Mid lane, Moon 7 Silver. Does pop that Savage Roar. Tries to get something else out. But is standing here menacingly otherwise. Jonesy trying to farm up something. Going towards Ags if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I apologize to the Ags, the Shivas. Shivas is done. And I think that there was an AC coming through as well, and that's finished now on the Spirit Bear as well. A couple of nukes. Moon 7 Silver's Bear does get feared away, but then hypnotized. Is going to try and run away. Is going to get away, I think. Yeah, Raisin does come through. This is no Frost Shield. The Hex does come through. Unfortunately, the bonds, they were used, and almost all of them were on creeps here. Needs to be very, very careful. Prostaleg's little creep is going to be deleted as well, but chooses not to go in. Raisin's in as well. The Roar comes through, the nukes, but don't forget this is just the Aegis. Does have the BKB still available, as well as the Helm Dom. Does pop the BKB, trying to fight something. Is going to fight the Bear instead. Does flip him over his shoulder and gets absolutely deleted there on Neku. Nice go here, actually, from Jonesy. The bouncing stun. Yeah, you're not as strong as you think you are, Raisin. Or are you? No, he comes through. J-Bud does get the final last hit, and this is Keklik here. Do not go high ground when you're not that strong, my friends, especially when you give away Aegis that quickly. Keklik gets a little bit of final little suckage. Some back shots to get that last little hit. Nicely done from Piggies. And that's going to be a 7k gold swing, just like that, guys. Nice hold. It's kind of the problem. I was a little bit worried for the Piggies, but they proved me wrong. I thought what would happen was that they just slow siege with a couple of their creeps, but they do come in, and I think the real problem there was Neku. He came straight in and got deleted without using any of his spells. Didn't manage to even get any silences off with that Aghanim Scepter Resonant Pulse. So I think the fight went really downhill from there. Even though the BKB was used, it was used to kill a bear. And killing the bear is not the hero, even though it sort of is in a way. But, you know, the hero is not dead, so it can still exist in there. Hoshi Batista trying to find something, but he's going to be able to do anything without any of his team. And just like that, guys, the gold has swung back down, and the gold is heading back towards Little Piggies. Moon 7 Silver. Nice little hold there at the cost of 2 bears, I believe. But he's more than happy to sit here and A-click some creeps. Warlock does have that Aghanim Scepter now. A very powerful item. This does send 2 golems out. They are a little bit weaker, if I'm not mistaken. No, oh, they changed that. Okay, there's 2 straight up golems. Okay, nice. Did end up using his book. Probably to hit level 18 or to hit level, get closer towards it. So nicely done. Fire Bones went for the Blink Dagger into the Aether Lens. Going towards the Ags next. I really want to see a Ghost Scepter from these guys on Warlock and Lion. Like Ghost Scepter would solve a lot of their problems. But look, who am I to say? They're making it happen. Baybud now has that Ags. We kind of saw a little bit of the value of it there. Standing in the middle of everyone, just doing so much damage with those Drums of Slom. And Moon 7 Silver on his bear does get that Skull Basher. It's a very powerful item against Marcy Pyrrhic Cloak if you have, if the opponent doesn't have BKB. So this can be really, really nice. Moon 7 Silver on his creep, on his player also has a Pyrrhic Cloak. So it does double Pyrrhic Cloak between his two, between himself and the bear. I'm not sure if these shares a cooldown. I'm actually not sure. Hoshi Batista going for the blink and then going for a gem. I think I just want to see the Knicks get an Ags. I think that'd be really good. Yeah, I think you're right, Sean. Separate cooldowns. Thanks, Zinger. Oh, they jump in. This is Neku. He does get the roar. They are in the double stun, but he does get the reflection. Here comes the Dawn on the backside. Does go into a beautiful fear into Jonesy coming in and deleting the two of them. Now, these two do not have buyback, guys. This might be the first Rax heading towards the side of Little Piggies. Do not underestimate the power of this Demolish. This Demolish spell is very cooked, as you can see, getting absolutely chunked. Doing about an eighth, 1/16 of the creeps, of the melee barracks' health per hit. Unfortunate double stacking here of the Glyph of Fortification and the Ice Armor. Frost Shield on the backside, actually. Prosto Leg is in, tries to get the silence on the main hero, but does hit the blink into the Hex, but I'm not sure what's going on. They just kind of let Prosto Leg get away without anyone going on him. But they decide that, alright, we've got the Rax, and that's gonna be it. And yeah, this bear making it happen. Nicely done from Little Piggies. It's gonna be the first Rax heading their way at the cost of this nice little double kill in the middle lane. Unfortunately, the Void Spirit, keep forgetting his name, Neku, did get caught, and Nyx tried to save his friend, but at what cost? Raisin, tactical pause has happened again, and this gives us a chance probably to look once again at our international predictions. Let's go. Let's jump back a little bit, actually, real quick. We'll go back 60 seconds. I want to have a look at this push. Look at the push here. Go back a little bit more. Alright, so this is just after they got the kill and they're moving up. I want to have a look at this push again. Yeah, it's just getting absolutely deleted. To do TP in here. Careclick does press the Frost Shield. And they supplement that with the Glyph of Fortification. Kind of a wasted efficiency here. And look how quickly these creeps, these barracks just die. It's just impossible to do anything. You got some dogs, you got some fire dogs, and you got a big dog just hitting. It's hard to fight into the dogs. And it's really, really nice. Alright, how do I go back to live? I'm just gonna do this. Our game is paused. Cool. Alright. Nicely done. Oh, and just like that, Marcy's back as well. Perfect timing. Straight on pause. Marcy resumes without saying G. It's upset here on Raisin. I'm putting words in their mouth. I have no idea if they're upset. You are divine. Stop the nonsense. Oh, here comes the silence on the backside. Jonesy getting absolutely nuked here. Yeah, and honestly, kind of cringe gameplay from the Radiant team, if I'm being 100% honest. Didn't say G when ready. Honestly, kind of cringe if you ask me. Wouldn't be surprised if Raisin is doing some interesting behaviors. Alright, so here we are taking a look at the graphs. The graphs do head back towards a little bit towards the Radiant at the cost of that Dawnbreaker kill. Heading towards the Revenant's Brooch on Dawn. I'm not sure you need that with Luminosity. That's an inbuilt crit anyway. Maybe heading wants to head towards a Refresher. Might be a bit of a better usage of his gold, but again, who am I to say? Moon 7 Silver here. Stuck in the injured animation for some reason. The Spirit Bear does get nuked. Does get a little bit of damage done to it, but no available. It's so sad that they made this not instant kill creeps with Mana Burrow. This hero was so fun when it had that. Honestly. Refresher finished on Slanderous P. Dear God. By the way, that's double bonds, double chaotic offering, double shadow word, which is nothing to scoff at, by the way. You get two of these, you're doing 90 DPS around you on the two targets. Very, very scary. And the upheaval, of course, the radius is very, very scary as well. Supplemented by this Dazoon Bloodright. Love to see that. Nyx on the backside here. He's going to be spotted by this creep. Probably could have hit the net, but did hit the net, but isn't going to matter too much because the Vendetta is there. Marcy with the DD rune, rather the 80 rune, is going to find this creep and get free plus 100. Prosto leg, looking for something. Silent as the grave. This is the Aghanim Scepter. Makes you get free pathing and makes you invisible. And he's going to run to Fire Bones here. May not see him. Will see him. It's going to hit into, unfortunate stun there from the creep, because it did, of course, detect these two familiars. That is going to be the death there of the Visage. Unfortunate. Not of the Visage, of the Lion. But don't worry, it doesn't matter too much, because when he spawns, guys, 20% debuff duration, 20% spell amp. Giga powerful. I'm not even joking. I'm not saying that as a joke. That's actually insanely strong. J-Bot going towards the Helm Dom. Helm of the Overlord, rather. Not sure how I feel about that. I mean, I guess he can get an Ancient Creep. I think the Ancient Creep, which gives health, is really, really powerful for his team. This one. The Granite Aura. There's also the creep, the Frost Giant creep, the one that gives the Temporal Aura. I think that's really good as well. Oh, here comes Prosoleg. Does use that Silent as the grave. He's going to use it to gank the creep here, plus 100 gold. Moon 7 Silver doesn't feel too scared now with his bear. Would like to see him get an Aghanim Scepter, actually. But he's going to head towards that Butterfly. Wants to fight the Marcy head on. Honestly, respectable. I think should be able to do it, because MKB is nowhere in sight. Abyssal Blade is going to be the item of choice here for the Marcy. And Marcy going for a refresher of their own. Here comes a smoke grenade. They might run into Neku again, but this is a shielded Neku. Oh, does hit the nuke. Does gonna have to find a stun. Doesn't find it on the Fire Burns. Unfortunate. They are looking for something there on Prosto. Like, are you sure you want to do this? They hit the Orchid. Let's hit the BKB. The roar does happen right on the edge. The stun actually does not quite come through, but here comes the ulti instead. The double stun on the backside. Raisin does refresh. Is silenced. Needs to press ulti. Doesn't have the mana to do it. Does send it out. No, doesn't. He comes through. The next set of the golems does come through. Hoshi Batista on the backline looking for something, but Neku was deleted by Jonesy. The Fire Burns was deleted by Hoshi Batista, and meanwhile Proto Leg does die to Moon 7 Silver, and a double ulti from Warlock almost supplanted by this Aghanim Scepter from Marcy, just doing the AoE silence. Absolute miserable gameplay, but managed to get it off and secure the nice triple kill there for the Dire. And this is probably going to be some buybacks that are going to be at the cost of the Radiant team. Nicely done from Little Piggies. Oink life by Slanderous P. And unfortunately, Lion didn't get a chance to send out the Finger of Death because was 100-0 by this Nyx Assassin. But it's not going to matter too much. Here comes the Siege on the bottom lane. The Roar was used. It's kind of an important cooldown to keep the bear alive, but they're choosing not to use their buybacks. Instead, they're using the this is their tier 4. By the way, that was their tier 4 glyph. They do go in on the Nyx, but that's really strange go, because there's no way that he's going to kill him. They do get the bottom racks, and nicely done from Moon 7 Silver. That is the second racks coming towards them. Great fight here from Little Piggies. Next objective, of course, on the map is going to be this third Roshan. This one has Refresher and Cheese. Really, really powerful. Dawnbreaker buying a whole nother Ags. No, I'm joking. He's going to get the Synth Ags. Neku. Honestly, we haven't really felt Neku's impact this game. I thought he was going to have a really powerful game, and he did for the first 10-15 minutes, but after that, unfortunately, hasn't been able to really feel the impact, especially with killing the supports. Let's see him jump on the supports. But here comes the Roshan, and Prosto Legs creeps are here. They are seen by this Sentry Ward, nicely placed from the Dire team. The Fire Burn standing in a kind of an awkward spot here. Makes his way up, and they are going to front into Roche. Oh, here comes the Roar. Raisin trying to find something. The Fire Burns does jump through. Are you sure that's what you want to do? Comes to the Hex, doesn't press the BKB, but of course doesn't get a chance to press the ulti either there on the line, but does hit the double stun. BKB used here. Here comes the Roar, does come through as well, but it's going to be a BKB Roar here. That's going to be able to get his way out as well. Doesn't press the BKB, hits him into the Abyssal Blade on the bottom side. Hoshi Batista does die to Moon 7 Silver. Meanwhile, Raising gets 4 crits, I believe, and absolutely deletes him on the other side. Keklik looking for something, does get the root here on Neku, spends the double ulti, and Slenderous P does die as well. Raisin cops the double stun, and this is going to be a Prosto Leg on the side, trying to find someone, but it's not going to matter too much because Moon 7 Silver does die. Keklik trying to get out as well, but here comes triple nukes here. Prosto Leg, you're not going to get out too much, or are you? You are, because you're running so damn fast. Here comes Raisin, a nice 5-man wipe here from the Radiant team. It looked so good, but Keklik, I lied guys, it wasn't a 5-man wipe, it was a 5-for-4. Nicely done. I unfortunately think a lot of that, unfortunately, the Fire Burns wasn't able to use any of his spells. Raisin managed to survive for so long with the Roar. Beastmaster wasn't able to sit there as well. Definitely need to get Beastmaster. Definitely need to get Beastmaster with something like a Refresher, I think. Just to get that double Roar, it will just go through the entire BKB. It's going to be so powerful. The Refresher Shard is here now on Marcy. Very, very scary. He's going to have double BKB for the next fight. Double Unleash. Double Rebound. Absolute monster when it comes to these kinds of fights. I'm a little bit worried here. Even though Little Piggies have done very well to hold on, this is the third Roche that's going towards the Radiance Blinkers. We didn't get to see the double ulti there from the Warlock. I think that was also a bit of an issue. Those double Warlocks is usually... Double Warlock ulti has been pivotal in controlling the Marcy and allowing the Bear to actually just kill Marcy from 100 to 0 in the fights. Nice stun here from Hoshi Batista. Okay, Bud uses the Slam. This is a little bit of damage and slows people. It's okay. It's one of the weaker ancients. Shield rune at bot. Very important rune for this late in the game, especially for Raisin. Basically turns them into a 5,000 HP monster. Yeah, J-Bud as well will have his choice for that tier 4 neutral. We'll see what he goes for. Fire Burns going towards that Aghanim Scepter is almost there actually. Let's have that back from hell just running out right now. I'm a big fan of this this innate, by the way. I also really like this one. I think this is really powerful. Oh, Bear ganked in the mid lane. And that is no Bear for 80 seconds, guys. Quite scary. I'm not sure if the Radiant understand this. Jonesy manages to dodge the dispose and the stun. Nicely done.
For the dead.
It's gonna be plus 250 gold. Yep, unfortunate. See what they want to do with this high ground. Where's the Nyx here? See how the Nyx wants to play this. Going towards that Dagon 5.
Haste.
I guess not, Zinger. Oh. Blinks forward, breaks the smokes, and then makes his way out. Probably could have been caught if there was fast enough reactions. Running forward. It's rooted. Yeah, Hex is going to work, but if you get Earth Spiked, you're probably dead 100 to 0. Nice Roshan's banner here. Oh, they do jump in on J-Bar. That's the first BKB used. They need a way to get him out. They do. Raisin gets the stun. Not going to be enough here. He comes to Raw. It does get reflected as well. Moon 7 Silver trying to go in. Just A-clicking. Needs to be a little bit careful. Hoshi Batista on the backline. Trying to get found as well. The Lich ulti is coming through. First round of Slenderous P's ultis is coming through as well, but they do opt to get out. And with that Lich ulti used, oh, Prosto Leg, that's not your base, my friend. Oh, pops the cheese. Needs a little bit more, but here comes Raisin. Raisin, you don't have BKB. You are going to have to refresh. Putting your refresher does. You are going to have an opportunity here where you do not have BKB, actually. And yes, this is the exact moment. This is the danger of not having BKB ready or having that refresher ready. And that's really, really scary. Slenderous P on the backside gets absolutely deleted. Not deleted, but gets upheaval cancelled. And Neku, you're not as strong as you think you are, my friend, or are you? Does have a step. He's going to head out this way and step once more time. Yeah, that nicely done from him. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, the creeps are cleared out. and top. There's a little bit of cutting trying to happen, a little bit of rat dodo, but Jonesy says, no, my friend, time to delete your creeps. I don't think Jonesy can die here. I really don't think he can die here. Even if he gets all the creeps hitting him at once, he's really, really tanky. Yeah, has that Shiva's guard. Meanwhile, Keklik kills Moon7 Silver on the bottom line. J-Bard, here comes the ultis on the bottom line. Oh, it does get... No, it doesn't get cancelled. Still, it hasn't been cancelled. And Neku gets deleted. Hoshi Batista gets deleted. We've seen this before. This is how the first Aegis got taken. And the TP does work. Nicely done from the Radiant team. Lich making their way out as well. This is how the first set of barracks was taken. But this time, Neku says, no, my friend, I'm going to use my bad back this time. They do not want to be megged right now. And it might be a bit of a mistake for Dire to push here. The Fire Burns is around here. That can hex one of these creeps to get a free plus 100 gold, and does for Jonesy. Teleporting now out on the Visage. J-Bud is here. Doesn't have BKB, or does he? He does actually. Does get this weakening aura on the creep. Oh, nice blink there from J-Bud. Nicely done. Needs to make his way out. Doesn't want to give a plus 250 gold from Keklik. Makes his way out. Yeah, hits the Orchid into the Lich nukes. And just like that, somehow the piggies hold again. And when I say somehow, I know exactly how. On the back of this extremely broken Fatal Bond spell when it comes to high ground, and this double chaotic offering, it's so powerful. And it seems to me, guys, like Radiant, they don't have a way, or they don't understand how they can break the high ground. Extremely tense games, tense moments in this game. Visage had such a great start, and now not really feeling his impact. Does have so many items, but you know, what's he gonna do with all of them? Going towards the Shivas. Not exactly sure what this gives you. Let's have the 25 talent as well, plus 1 familiar. And J-Bud is here. Does he want to try and take this Tormentor solo? Not too sure. See what they want to do. Of course, this Tormentor will go to either to Fireburns or J-Bud. Actually, it won't go to J-Bud. It will go to the Fireburns 100. No, it won't go to any of them. Everyone bought their own shards. Fair enough. We got a comedian, Prosto Leg, absolute jokester in the game. And that's how it's done on Radiant. Yeah, you put in Russian smile, but you're not Russian. XDD inside. I don't know why I'm upset, guys. I just, it annoys me when people don't show respect. I think Prostelek probably wants to try and play a split push kind of style. And I respect that. I think that can be valid. Especially because a lot of the power right now on Dire, they have gotten to the point where almost they're super strong as 5. Oh, nice blink there from Lion. Wow, that's crazy reactions. Really nicely done from the Fireburns. Was definitely going to die there. He'll probably get his own Lotus or Ghost Scepter or Blink Dag or Yule, sorry. If he chooses to. This is just gold for his team, and I respect that. Oh, Moon7 Silver. I thought he already had this. Oh, he had it on the Spirit Bear, but not on him. Okay. Cool. Or the other way around. Now this guy has Fetch. Comes ally, enemy, or rune. Oh. A bit of a fight happening. Here comes the Roar. Slenderous P living. Does get the Glimmer Cape off. He's going to definitely live here. They need Nyx to get the vision. Raisin, you do not have an Aegis this time. Does drop the ulti. Yeah, Raisin, you're getting deleted outside. Trying to make their way out. Raisin on the top. Does find the Beastmaster. Does delete him. Here comes the Dawnbreaker. Does die as well. Prostoleg still chilling in there as well. Raisin somehow managed to survive after all of this. Does have 5 golems in this team fight. Somehow not enough to actually kill anyone. And Prostoleg just trying to delete everyone, but trying to use his spells to kill these golems, but I don't think it's going to work out. Yeah, this is gold here for Slenderous P. And that fight went well, but I didn't expect it to go so well. Purely on the fact that there was no BKB on the Marcy. Rather, no Aegis. Moon7 Silver, that's his bear. Does fear the Marcy away. Can still die here on the bear, for sure. And here comes a split push. Hypnotize into a couple of nukes. This does have Butterfly on the bear, but not going to matter too much. Does need to fear again. Does. This is Frost Shield. Frost Shield, very powerful. Mid, Rax is taken. And Top Racks is also going to be taken, I believe. The Spirit Bear getting absolutely deleted here. Needs a Dispel. Otherwise, this will be copying so much damage from that Soul Burn. It does. And just like that, guys, the Raxes are evened out. Nyx trying to find something on the bottom lane. Same with the Void Spirit. Void Spirit just sieging a little bit here. They will need to defend this. Visage not here at the moment, but there is no ultis available on the Dire team. There's no Warlock ulti. It will be in 7. Oh, they hit the Roar. That's going to be Raisin deleted. And that's what they needed in the last fight. They just needed to absolutely delete someone with that Finger of Death. Neku around as well. Suddenly, just like that, guys, 18, 20, 25k gold swing. I think something like that. A crazy gold swing anyways. Raisin trying to split the creeps, but will die to this bear. I think. Yeah, will do. Lone Druid has Refresher. Double bear. Oh, they find. Oh yeah, there they find the fire burns, but they do get onto Proster Leg. Do hit the Roar. Does go into his shard form. Doesn't have it actually, or does actually have it. That's weird. I couldn't even see. It looked like it was on cooldown. That's really strange. And yeah, that is going to be the end of Proster Leg there. Trying to survive, but to no avail. That was a Refresher Warlock Golem, right? That's why he has 4. It definitely was. Going towards the Guardian Greaves now on Warlock. The Savage Roar dispels. Okay. Roshan, number 4 for this game, guys. Somehow we got 60 minutes. I don't know how we got here, but we did. And there's going to be a Refresher, a Shard, a whole bunch of things. Looks like there's not enough space. The dust is dropped for it. Moon 7 Silver this time does get the Aegis. I still feel like this game, even if it's a 15k gold lead, can kind of go either way. I really strongly feel that. Really think we need to get Jonesy on a Refresher Shard ASAP. A Refresher Orb, rather. His double BKB piercing ultis is going to be insanely powerful. And Raisin does have that MKB now. Latest purchase. Still going for that Refresher. Void Spirit does have the Nullifier. Nice little pickup. And the Lincolns. J-Bud got this Refresher Shard. Oh, he has Helmet Overlord, but hasn't really gotten too much in quite a while, actually. Kind of fallen off a little bit on the gold. Bishop Batista does reflect just a little bit of damage with this Fatal Bonds. Blender SP can probably just put the heal on. Puts it on himself. Respect. Gets a little bit of farm. Nyx is here. Does have the Dagon 5 now. He's going to go towards that Aghanim Scepter. And this is 60-minute items, by the way. He's nuked. You sure you don't want to hex that guy and just destroy him 100-0? Yeah, you don't have ulti for ages. This guy's going to die. Guys, it's a freebie. Hate to see that. Why didn't the Dawn ulti? Interesting. Free gem. Free gem, guys. Yep. Yoink. I got some food, guys. So I'm just gonna eat some food while we're casting, while we got this bit of downtime, and we'll see what tier 5 neutrals are gonna come through. Number 1, Boundless Fallen Sky. Okay. Just going for the siege. Does work with that attack range. Really nice. Neku does go for the Titanic Minotaur Horn. Very nice. Book of the Dead. I think this is one of the most powerful tier 5 neutrals. Finished up by the Lich Keklik here. Also gives a Boundless. But this is really scary. The evolved Stygian Desolator on the Lone Druid. Fallen Sky for Hoshi Batista. And this Titanic Divine Regalia. Really putting it all on the line here. This evolved Stygian Desolator was the one that also the Lone Druid got as well. Somehow we ended up here, guys. We're at a really crazy stalemate. 2 Raxes apiece. And the ability for any team to take it at any point. With 1 lost team fight and it's all over. Speaking of lost team fight, here's Raisin. Try and find something. Oh my god, Raisin pops the ulti. He's gonna find something. It's gonna hit the stun. But it's a nice BKB there. They didn't need to get the ulti off. The stun comes through for Raisin here, doing so much damage, but still alive somehow. Jonesy trying to find him, does hit the roar, but this is the frost shield. It's still there. Somehow it's still there. They're gonna have to find him. Oh my god, he gets absolutely deleted by J-Bud. Neku on the backside though. Let's go to the Fireburns and Slanderous P. Props the leg. Does pop the refresher. It's gonna need to pop the fear. Might not need to. Buyback here from the Marcy. Teleports to here. Not going to do anything about that. Moonsilver still alive somehow. Does hit the fear. This is going to be Visage dying. Yes, it is. And now Lich trying to find their way out. Moon 7 Silver still alive. They popped that refresher. Not exactly sure what for. I guess for the double fear. The fetch kind of can be extremely useful as well. Just to yoink someone. A little bit less useful because your bear is most of the damage. But still kind of useful. And just like that, a win condition has presented itself. Raisin has used the buyback. Take a quick look at the buyback status here, guys. Just like that, the disgraced Regalia. You have died and thus get nothing. Good day, sir. Refreshers for a bear? Okay, fair. Just the refresher shard, refresher orb is coming through for Marcy. Did sell his Helm Dom. Respect. Probably need that double BKB, and somehow these supports are getting away with no kind of self-dispel. I think if the Fireburns got a Lotus... Oh, it's the stun? No, they don't want to go for the freebie there? That's crazy. The bear just 100 zeros. All good though. Jonesy does have that refresher now. Really nicely done. Beastmaster does have the cheese ready to go. Still nothing really ready for him to buy. Saving for buyback. Respect. Lion did get that Helm of the Undying. This is really important for him. This can mean the difference between 1 round of spells and 2 round of spells. And that could be the difference between a lost team fight and a 1 team fight. So this is really, really important for the Lion here. Nicely done from on the Fireburns. Jonesy. We checked on him already. Slanderous P going for that Octarine core. Suddenly Giga Rich and going for a Hex afterwards. Are they going to run into someone? They're not going to. Fireburns going for the technology, the purge. What can he purge with this? He can purge the slows that are on himself and the frost shield if it's good enough. They do hit. Oh, they do need to be a little bit careful. They hit the roar. They are going to send the ulti. Yeah, and this is what I was talking about. This can kind of be the difference, but he chose not to use his ulti for some reason, even though he could have gotten some stacks. But he's still here. They are going to get the D ward. And that is also a dieback on the Lion. Trading his life for the dieback on Lion on Prostelek. I think that actually is kind of a good move. Neku comes through, hits the double silence. Trying to find someone. Slanderous P clicking his creeps into the base. Moon 7 Silver trying to hit, but this is the Frost Shield. Powerful, powerful Frost Shield. The Visage does buy back his Prostelector, sends out the ulti on the backside. They are going to hit. The roar comes through. This is going to be Razor. He does have a refresher. This is going to hit the stun. But no, it's not going to matter too much. He hits a refresher, but it's not going to make any kind of difference. Or is it? No, it's not. J-Blood gets a nice little bit of damage. Moon 7 Silver's bear is just absolutely destroying everyone. Hoshi Batista on the side trying to get away. Might get away. Might not. Spirit Bear is here. Does have a refresh if need be. Neku getting deleted. A huge AoE suck here from Keklik. Doesn't have anything to do about it though. The bear is resummoned, and that is going to to be Proselyte deleted. That is going to be the Proselyte dieback. That is going to be the Marcy dieback. A couple more buybacks come through on the Warlock and the Beastmaster, but they do hit the double stun here from that Nyx Assassin. Hit the fear, but Moon7 Silver says, I really don't care, my friend. The Slender SP's next set of golems does come through. Neku hits the stun. This is going to be a dieback on him. There it goes. My friends, I think this might be after 66 minutes and 20 seconds. GG here for the Little Piggies as they do hit the Ancients, and that is going to be Nyx dying as well, as GG is scored from Prostoleg. And maybe they should have said G when ready, my friends. But I don't think it's going to matter too much, as game 1 does go to the Piggies. Really nicely done from them. 66-minute game somehow we got here to this late. But very, very well played to them. And there was that guy earlier who said he was going to take off his pennies and feed him to his cat. I think he's in trouble. Really nice game there from the Radiance Blinkers and Little Piggies. Really well done. I was a little bit skeptical. I thought the Marty was going to get it done, guys. The Team XP and net worth, as you can see a little bit here. You can see how close it was. 83% at one point towards the Dire, and then Radiant kind of brought it back. 70% here towards the Radiant, and then Dire brought it back. Very back and forth game, as it tends to go with these teams that are very good with the high ground defense. And just like that, the buybacks were not in play, were not ready to go, and Marcy does lose this game after looking like an absolute menace for the first 30 minutes, guys. Ending the game with that disgraced regalia. You have died and thus get nothing. Triple Stygian Desolator on the side of Little Piggies. Did kind of high roll a little bit. That's really nice. The Spider Legs coming in handy as well. But big shout out to Slender SP. I wouldn't be surprised if they did the most damage. Yeah, 100%. This Fatal Bonds ability is really powerful. Really, really strong spell. Jonesy, really shout out to his ultis. Didn't manage to get any of his Dawnbreaker Solar Guardians stopped by that Spiked Carapace. Nicely done. And it becomes even more difficult once you do get that Aghanim's Blessing as well. So really powerfully done from them. Let's take a quick look at the player hero damage. Most damage is the Marcy, followed by Warlock, and then all of the Radiant team. Unsurprising. For a moment there, Warlock was first, but yeah, Marcy mostly following up on the damage for most of the game. Cool, great game. We'll jump in to game number 2 when it does start, guys. I'm not sure when it's going to start. Probably they want to have a little bit of break on this game. I'm getting warm, guys.